Welcome back to ChatGPT Teaches Python with Thorns Applications. We're so glad to have you back here today. If you remember last video, we covered Python introduction and a history and why it's so important. If you don't recall, it's very important as Python is one of the most used programming languages today. And even if you don't use it in your daily job, you may find that you would be able to use it in your future job as well. You'd just be surprised at all the applications that you can use it for. Today we will be covering the setup and installation of Python on your system. It will be a very short video. If we go too fast, feel free to rewind and pause as needed. In addition, I will be including a link to the notes from this slideshow that we're looking at today. Now, with that in mind, we will also encourage you to watch till the end, as you'll have an opportunity to see the application that we're working on throughout the course. This is the second video in our series of 10. If you haven't watched the first, we would encourage you to go back and watch it. This video is all about getting set up to get us rolling for the remaining videos. As we talked about, all of our lessons will be prefixed by recommendations from ChatGPT. Here you'll see on the screen the steps from ChatGPT recommendation for getting set up and started with Python. There's a large amount of text, so I won't bore you with reading it out loud, though I do recommend you pause and take a look through it. I am going to point out the important parts highlighted in yellow here, which include choosing the version of Python you want to install, download the Python installer, run the installer, and verify the installation. It's pretty straightforward stuff. If you follow these steps, you'll be all set up to go, and these are the same steps I'll be walking you through today. There are two items I think that are important when you're starting any Python script or application for the first time. These include the code repository and the virtual environment. These are advanced topics that we won't be covering in these discussions, but I may make future videos for you if you are interested. Just let me know in the comments below. Alright, we're all ready to get started installing Python. I'll go ahead and walk you through the steps. Let me go ahead and switch over to my browser. What you'll see here is that I have the python.org website pulled up ready to install the package for Python. I'm going to be installing it on Windows, though if you go through Mac or Linux, it'll be the same steps here. So I'll go over here where you see the downloads option. And you can see it automatically detects which operating system I'm running on. So I'll just go ahead and click on that. Now I've actually already downloaded it, so let me just go ahead and run that real quick. We're going to install it. Give it a minute here to run through it. Almost done there. After this is done, what you're going to want to do is pull up your terminal or Windows prompt if you're using Windows. And if you go ahead and I'll show you here in just a second, it's almost finished. Got it successfully installed. I have my Windows prompt or terminal pulled up right here. All you have to do is type Python version and you can verify that it's installed. So we're all set up and ready to go. There is one important step in installing Python that was not covered by ChatGPT, and that is most likely because of the way that it was phrased. This is installing PIP or pip, however you want to phrase it. This is an installer for Python packages or libraries. It's made to make it easy for you to install these libraries to use in your own scripts. I greatly encourage you to go ahead and install that as well. I won't demo it now, but you'll see the steps on the screen. It's a very simple curl command which goes out and pulls the package and installs it for you. You'll do these from your terminal. So that covers our steps for installing Python today. As I said, it would be short and simple. We covered the installing of Python and pip. The next video will be talking about and getting us ready for programming and learning, in that we'll be using data types and variables. So that concludes the lesson. If you want to stick around, I'll go ahead and show you the application that we'll be working on together. What I'm going to be demoing here is the application we'll be working together to build. We've named it Stat Tracker. The purpose of it is to gather data that you input about your favorite games. and using something such as your characters and their builds and tracking your win-loss percentage on those builds. So what you'll see here is with any Python script, you start with the keyword Python and you call out the name of the Python script, in this case stat tracker. So we have three options here. We can enter new results, we can look up data on a specific character, or we can print all data. So we won't bother entering any new data, and we won't look up a particular user. We'll just print all data just so you can see what it looks like. So you can see your character, what build or attributes they have, and your wins and loss percentage. So that's the idea of the application, just to give you an idea of what we'll be working on ahead of the time. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. We hope that you like what you've seen. We hope to see you in the next video as well, and if you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button to let us know that you're still interested in the future videos. Well, until then, we'll see you next time.